Back to our coronavirus coverage now, and California's indoor mask mandate takes effect today.
All of this regardless of your vaccination status. The state announcing this mandate after a rise in COVID cases. State health officials are also concerned about the spread of the Delta and Omicron variants. That mandate will last for 1 month, at least for now. Meanwhile, Apple is following California's lead by reinstating mask mandates at all of its U.S. stores. The company is now requiring customers to join employees in wearing a mask. Apple had been gradually relaxing its mask requirements in some cities.
Well, it has been 1 year since some of the first people were vaccinated against COVID, and 1 year to the day, the U.S. hit a somber milestone. More than 800,000 people have now been confirmed killed from COVID since the start of the pandemic.
As Britt Conway reports, the Delta variant still dominates, but health experts say it'll probably, or it may not be long until the Omicron takes its place.
My beloved Uncle John, and he was a really great person.
John Ziem.
Everything is just, I have to get through this day. Don't worry about the next one.
Gigi Morse. 2 of the more than 800,000 people who've died from COVID-19 in the U.S. since the start of the pandemic. Lawmakers held a moment of silence on the steps of the U.S. Capitol. President Joe Biden says more Americans must act and get vaccinated, claiming vaccinations have saved more than 1 million Americans. But nearly 40% of those eligible haven't been fully vaccinated. In the meantime, new COVID cases are up nearly 50% from a month ago, and hospitalizations are up more than 40%. The Delta variant is still dominant. Omicron only accounts for about 3% of cases sequenced in the U.S. right now. But health experts say it might not stay that way for long.
Omicron is spreading at a rate we have not seen with any previous variant.
We are watching a war right now between the Delta variant and the Omicron variant.
It is going to be dominant in the United States, given its doubling time.
It's too early to say if Omicron is less severe, but
right now, many states are having major outbreaks. The healthcare systems are being overwhelmed. That's what we want to avoid.
I'm Britt Conway reporting.
And a new study suggests there is a strong chance you may have had COVID and didn't even know it. Researchers in China looked at nearly 30 million people around the world. They determined about 40% of COVID cases had no symptoms. The major problem with that, though, is if you didn't know you were infected, it's easy to pass that virus on to others.
Well, the White House is cutting back on end-of-the-year holiday festivities due to the pandemic. According to a statement from the First Lady's press secretary, holiday open houses and people viewing White House Christmas decorations will be limited. These events, which are invite only, will last for 30 minutes per guest. People who cannot prove vaccination status will have to be tested for COVID within 2 days of attending. Presidents and First Ladies traditionally host dozens of gatherings throughout the holiday season.
Amtrak is relaxing its vaccination policy. The company is going to reinstate regular testing as an alternative to vaccination. Amtrak had tightened its rules in line with the Biden administration's stricter policy for government contractors, but a federal judge has put that executive order on hold, at least temporarily. Amtrak's president previously said it wouldn't have enough employees once that mandate took effect January the 4th. So far, about 500 employees have not yet complied with the vaccination requirement. Nearly 96% of the workforce are vaccinated or have an exemption.
The Sacramento County Department of Health Services holding several vaccine clinics today. It'll be held at Rose Family Creative Empowerment Center in Sacramento, New Testament Baptist Church in North Highlands, and Cerna Center in Sacramento. The addresses and times listed right there on your screen. Anybody 5 and older will be able to get their shot. Boosters are also available. You can register on the state's My Turn website, but walk-ins are also welcome.